The Pacific Agreement on Closer Economic Relations Plus, known as PACER Plus, is a comprehensive trade and development agreement designed to promote economic cooperation and facilitate trade within the Pacific region. At the heart of PACER Plus is increasing trade in goods, trade in services, and investment, as well as realizing the development benefits of labor mobility. To support parties address capacity constraints and take advantage of PACER Plus, the PACER Plus Implementation Unit delivers the Development and Economic Cooperation Work Program. To create an enabling environment for trade, PACER Plus focuses on technical assistance on regulatory and policy reform, information systems development, strengthening capacity of public sector to implement and comply to the agreement's requirements, and private sector productive capacity development. PACER Plus is focused on capacity building and institutional strengthening of the public sector and to improve their knowledge and expertise in the agreement. The capacity building programs include regional training and workshops on specific technical trade matters at regional and at country level.
The workshop that we just had this week is very important, especially for all the participants. Although there are different levels, some of them are advanced, some are just starting to, some are not even aware what the trade portal is. But this workshop has really started with the basics. It really helped them to actually delve into the trade portal and what steps and the procedures that they need to put in.
One key achievement of PACER Plus is its contribution to the modernization of trade procedures across the Pacific. By supporting the development and implementation of advanced trade technologies such as ASICUDA World, eFITO systems, and national trade information portals, PACER Plus is streamlining customs and trade processes for participating countries. These digital solutions reduce delays, lower transaction costs, and simplify the export and import of goods. The private sector benefits from faster and more transparent processes, empowering businesses, particularly small and medium enterprises, to engage more effectively in regional and global trade.
In order to be able to use an automated system, we had to do some amendments to our existing legislation. So this is a plus because in our current legislation, we are now aligned with the RKC, the WTO TFAs, and the PACER Plus agreement. So, having this system, and the pluses, the changes that we had to do were really good changes.
PACER Plus is actively helping Pacific countries address non-tariff barriers to trade through the strengthening of sanitary and phytosanitary measures and technical barriers to trade. By promoting the adoption of international standards, science-based measures improving technical analysis, product testing, and certification, PACER Plus is helping countries to meet global market standards. This ensures that their exports, whether in agriculture, fisheries, or other sectors, comply with health and safety regulations in importing countries, enabling more seamless access to regional and international markets. Improving the enabling environment for trade in services and investment is imperative for fostering sustainable economic growth for Pacific Island countries. PACER Plus's support has focused on policy and regulatory reforms and specific sectors, particularly tourism and digital trade. In the post-pandemic recovery period, critical support was provided to revitalize the Pacific's tourism sector, a key economic driver for many countries in the region. Additionally, PACER Plus is equipping the private sector with essential tools, such as e-commerce toolkits, to help businesses navigate and leverage the digital economy. PACER Plus recognizes labor mobility as a vital trade initiative between parties, delivering shared economic benefits across the region. The PPIU Labor Mobility Work Program is primarily focused on increasing the development benefits of labor mobility for participant countries and the outcomes targeted at improving the enabling environment, reducing barriers to labor mobility, and increasing labor mobility opportunities for Pacific workers. One of the key achievements has been the trial of the intra-Pacific labor mobility between Niue and Solomon Islands.
To our leaders, ministers, and the government of Niue, we thank you for this transformative and game-changing decision that will allow and put a human face to our relations. The actions we will be taking, the actions we will be signing, more or less remains people-centered. It is really about our people. As a sending state, dealing with 20,000 youth looking for jobs annually, the nurses that will come will bring with them vast wealth of experience. We have a brand, we have a labor mobility brand. We have a labor mobility brand which is basically here to work. That's the brand that we have.
The private sector is key to the success of PACER Plus. Without their active participation, the long-term goals of the agreement may not be fully realized. Over the past 3 years, PPIU have focused on providing assistance to business to comply with international standards for exports, equipment to boost production, and promotion of products and information sharing. The overall outcome is to ensure that high-potential small and medium enterprises are empowered to succeed in regional and international markets.
Our journey with Lapita Cafe to be able to obtain its HACCP certification was a long one. We were really thankful to PACER Plus because they came in and were able to fund our HACCP certification. And that was done in 2023, towards the end of 2023. So we're really grateful to PACER Plus for their assistance in that area. And the HACCP was largely for the process of our manual flour in our HACCP certified factory in Santo. So I'm truly grateful for that. Thank you.
We were able to develop capacity building for our staff. We have been very fortunate to have had 2 sets of training. One was done online for our staff, and then the other one was on a person-to-person training where our staff actually went over to Australia. That actually had improved a lot with our capacity building for our staff. So far, in comparison to before we have had that training, I think the production level at the moment is quite good. They were able to develop products like our fruity bar. We hope to be able to develop the nutty bar as well, and these are all thanks to PACER Plus.
PACER Plus recognizes that sustainable economic development in the Pacific can only be achieved through strong partnerships. The PPIU works in an integrated manner with key stakeholders across the region to leverage resources and expertise. Collaborating with national institutions, regional and international partners, PACER Plus adds value to programs with shared goals of boosting inclusive trade and economic growth. By aligning our efforts with these partner organizations, PACER Plus ensures that the work program complements existing initiatives and creates synergies that maximize impact. Leveraging the opportunities to partner with other donors and stakeholders has allowed us to be more agile to respond accordingly and reduce the burden on parties. As we look to the future, PACER Plus will continue to focus on reducing trade complexities, expanding market access, and ensuring sustainable growth through enhanced governance, capacity building, and collaboration with regional and global partners. Strengthening the Labor Mobility Secretariat will be key, with a focus on skills development and facilitating intra-Pacific mobility. By working closely with the private sector through consultations, export diversification, and capacity building, PACER Plus will unlock its full potential to drive regional economic integration and shared prosperity. With these efforts, PACER Plus is not only strengthening economic partnerships, but also building a more sustainable and inclusive future for all. The success of PACER Plus lies with the private sector. With continued support and engagement, PACER Plus will unlock opportunities for trade, build resilient economies, and strengthen regional cooperation. Together, we are building a brighter future for the Pacific.